This is Ace of Base. Good one. Very appropriate song. Look at Central Park showing off for us. I wonder what sign Central Park is.
Right now, sticky.
Yes.
Like everybody's sign, I guess.
That was a good one.
I tried.
If you're a regular viewer of our show, you know that I am a huge fan of astrology, and I actually do live by it.
No, you do. So today we're talking about trends for the rest of the year and when you should move forward on some things and hold off on other things. Globally renowned astrologer Susan Miller has just released her new book, The Year Ahead 2022.
I love it. She joins us today. Susan, it is such a pleasure to see you here on our set.
You are so excited.
I'm
My
your-
girlfriend is very excited about
I'm
the
your
fact that I'm
biggest,
meeting.
biggest
I'm
type
excited
woman.
now.
But I've been telling him, Susan Miller, I don't follow astrology. He comes in this morning. Well, my
Wait a minute.
girlfriend.
I've been reading her for the last few months,
Yeah.
actually.
But you
Some
know,
tough times.
40% of my audience is male. So your
Interesting.
viewers should invite their boyfriends and husbands.
I like that.
This
is Yeah.
Interesting.
So for folks who have been living under a rock, explain to them about your Astrology Zone website. Millions, over a million.
11 million.
11 million.
I think it's up to 13 million
Wow.
now. Oh, a year.
A year.
A year.
If she must count.
Yeah.
And those are unique readers,
Right.
not clicks.
Right.
I like to explain that you're not a fortune teller. Astrology
No.
is not fortune telling.
I do not do
Exactly. You're not a
tarot.
parlor. You're not a parlor trick. You have
No.
studied this.
Oh, yes, and I'm accredited by the International Society of Astrological Research. NASA publishes a table of where all the planets are because they know.
Yeah. NASA,
we
right?
know where little Mars is, and
Yeah.
you know we've got our little probe up there. And you look for aspects between the planets when they begin communicating. Just like in life, when a person's sitting alone in a room, not a lot is happening. Something happens when two or more planets begin beaming to each other.
Right.
That's all it is. I can go backwards or forwards in time. I can see how it was when you were 10 because it's mathematical.
Right.
Yeah. I can say what happened.
You're not
that
buying
year.
it?
Wheels are turning already here.
Right. Well, when I first met you 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you said, imagine the planets are at a cocktail party.
Yes.
Okay, that's
And
all
some
we
planets really like to be next to each other. Some planets don't like to be next
That
to each
is
other.
so
offended from each
true.
other. Yes, okay.
Yes, that's exactly right. And they're talking. Sometimes they won't talk to anybody and just look out the window.
That's me. Yeah.
All right, so you've just released your new book, and basically you've got very specific for people, but what can they find inside that may help their daily life?
Well, there's two things. The first chapter is 9,300 words, and it's about the next 200 years.
Oh my!
Which
that
is
all?
about to change.
That's as far as you'll go on this?
Well, you know what it is. We're going from a consumer kind of industry society to a digital one, and we're walking across the rickety bridge. And the people born in 1980, plus or minus 5 years, are especially attuned to this because there was an aberration back in 1980 that they have it in their DNA. So they understand
So the millennials,
it.
essentially.
Yeah, well, yeah, they
small
might be
group
a
of them.
little bit older than, yeah.
Okay.
And they will help us and say, it's going to be fine, and they take us by the hand and walk
Okay.
us over. But, there'll be so many breakthroughs in medicine because we'll use CRISPR, and you see how the vaccine was accelerated. Well, usually the hard part of the vaccine is getting the money.
Right.
They got
They
the
got the
money.
money super fast.
And they all work together around the world.
Susan, talk to us about some of the trends
Yes.
that we will see for the rest of
Well,
this year.
Aries is having the most glorious year ever. They are
do we know
just
any
my
Aries?
sister, my son,
Oh, the
director
best.
Dave.
My daughter, and she just had a baby and is deliriously
Mazel.
happy.
Wow.
And Taurus is in the wings, waiting
waiting
for
in the
the
wings.
best year of their life. You've waited 11 years, you got one more year. It's right after Mother's Day. That's easy to remember. I always try to hook it to holidays. Right after Mother's Day for a full year to the following Mother's Day. Everything you want. You get the cornucopia. It's like picking the piñata,
Wow.
and all the presents fall
Look, I'm
down.
here on this
Wow.
show. Come on, can I ask for anything more than
So
this?
Aries and Taurus, what
They're
else?
very lucky. Then Gemini had a very good career year so far. They're going to have another shot at it in November and December. But in the meantime, they're making so many friends. And if they go on social media, they'll get lots of followers if they share
They're magnetic.
information.
We have two people on our staff and show that are Sagittarius. I'm looking at Alex Lee, who's over there behind camera 7.
Well, Sagittarius won the jackpot. It's love, love, love.
Love.
They're falling in love, or if they're already in love, they'll have more time for their partner. You still love the person you married,
Right.
of course. And their children are protected in an magical way. And a child may show a talent that's coming out this year that you may want to help him develop. You know, maybe for music or
Right.
dance or whatever. Yeah.
Can I quickly go back to the roots of this for you, though? This is what I'm curious about. How does this start for somebody? Like, were you a child and you just you
well, my
felt
mother,
it, or something?
I was born with a birth defect, and no doctor believed me. And my mother and father, of course, did. I would have an attack in my leg, and I would be in excruciating pain. And no one could figure it out because I couldn't move an inch in the bed to get to a hospital.
Wow.
But when I was 14, they did go in. I was in the hospital 11 months. I have something very rare, internal bleeding. I've had 40 blood transfusions since then, and they have fixed it. You know, I went to Hospital for Joint Diseases here in New York, part of Langone.
Yep.
And I had the chief of staff, I had a best doctor, and he saved the leg, which was never a guarantee. And I went into astrology to see if all the physical therapy I would have to go through, because I was paralyzed from the knee down. They tourniqueted me so tightly that I lost the nerve. And I wanted to know if they could bring it back, because it seemed like a hard thing to do. And my chart said yes, but when you ask a chart, they see good family support,
Right.
good, you know, doctor, good, you know, lives in a big city, access to different.
And this was all just from looking at your birth chart.
Yeah,
looking
it gave me hope.
guided you.
But I still continue to pray. I'm a very devout Catholic. I had St.
Right.
Jude working for me.
I love it. Have St. Jude work for us. We just scratched the surface.
we could go on.
We could go on and
We
on.
need a show to do this.
But I do hope that you will come back and just tell our
Yes.
viewers where they can get
Yes.
Astrology Zone.
Well, for free, go on your computer, go to astrologyzone.com. But if you prefer to see everything on your phone, then go to Google Play or Apple App Store. Just put in Susan Miller. Both my apps come up.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I've
just
done it.
Susan
And my
Miller,
new
there's
book,
only
you go
one.
get a Kindle, or you go to BookBaby, and you can even get a PDF. You don't even need a device.
I
you go.
mean,
Yeah, you can get anything you want.
thank you so much.
Susan,
It is
a
such
pleasure.
a pleasure.
Thank
Really was a
you.
pleasure.
I was so thrilled to come.
See you
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you.
All right, stay well.